Okay, fourth time's a charm. All right, what's up YouTube, and welcome to the next step in the YouTube community build. If this is your first time joining us, we are basically designing an FPV drone from start to finish, 100% based off of your vote at home. Now for our first round, we gathered some high-level use case applications, as well as pulled a couple of features that you guys at home felt was gonna be important for the drone that you wanted to have. And from there, that basically steered us into a very specific direction. Then we took those results and that direction and we came out with 3 high-level ideas, and that's what you guys voted on in this last voting round. And so now the results are in. Let's jump straight into it. Coming in at last place, 22.8%, is the Compacted Bando. And just as a reminder, the Compacted Bando was supposed to be a design where everything was just gonna be as tight and compact as possible. It didn't win, so no need to talk about it anymore. Second place at 29.3% was the Durabando. And the Durabando was going to be a design where 100% of, the design allocation was gonna be toward just making it absolutely durable and super crashable. And that didn't win, which is okay, because I think that there's actually a handful of options out there that fits that build. Which means that the winner, and by a landslide by the way, at like 47.9%, is the Folded Bando. Which means we're going to build something where there's a split difference in design for something that folds, and making something that folds as durable as possible. So with that said, sat down with the team and came out with 3 high-level ideas. Let's go over these 3 options because this is what you guys are gonna be voting at home, and we'll talk quickly, just at a high level, pros and cons of each. So for the first one, we've got something where I think we're calling it the front and back. And with this design, the front 2 arms are going to fold forward and the back 2 rear arms are going to fold backwards. And what that means is that once it's folded, you'll have something that is tall and skinny. The other option is kind of the inverse of that, and we're calling that the infold. And with the infold design, we're basically going to mount the pivot points of the arms at the 2 extremities of the main body, and then that way the front arms are gonna fold inwards, and then the rear arms are gonna fold inwards as well. Pros to this is that just by design, this automatically gives us somewhat of a dead cat style design in terms of the GoPro camera. The negative to this, however, though, is you've got a much more elongated body, which means that that part of this frame is going to be not as strong as if it were a little bit shorter. And it's just basically how leverage works. So that then leaves us to the last design, which we're calling the overlapping infold. And what that basically does is the front arms swing inwards, the rear arms swing inwards as well. However, the pivot points are placed in such a way that when it is folded, it's not tall and skinny, but rather more boxy in terms of its shape. So what we're really trying to decide here is, when it's folded, would you rather have it be kind of long and skinny, or would you rather have it be closer to like a box, if you will? So the only con to this design is that it is a little bit more complex, which means that there might be a little bit more weight than, say, the other 2 designs. However, regardless of which way we go, we are going to make sure that the folding mechanism is solid. We're gonna make sure that it doesn't introduce any kind of weird frame resonance, and we're gonna make sure that the folding action of it is easy enough that it's not really a hassle, right? Because if at the end of the day, we are trying to make something that folds, if it's just so much hassle to unfold it and refold it, then that kind of just takes away from the experience, and nobody wants that. Speaking of that, because we're going on this folding design, we also need to start thinking about the props. And so this is a folding prop from Lumineer. This is the 6.7 inch. And the reason why we want to talk about this is because if the arms are going to fold in towards the body, then we need to think about how these propellers are going to be, because we want them to fold so that they don't hit each other. That's option number 1. So if you don't want to go with the folding prop, the other option is to go with a prop that comes off very easily, right? Because at the end of the day, if I have to sit here and take off all of my props just to fold the arms, I'm not sure that's going to be worth it. So option number 2 is to go with the prop with the Popo mechanism built into it. And if you're not familiar with Popo, that is the certain motors come with a shaft that has a Popo mechanism in there, and then obviously you have to have a Popo compatible prop, which I think a lot of the props on the market are already compatible. But with this type of solution, you take, if this is focusing, you just take a tool and you push this little button and the prop comes off. Then you can go ahead and move forward with folding your arms in, and you can tuck it away, and then it's all nice and portable, and then you're good to go. So there you have it, folks. Obviously we'll be talking with Get FPV to figure out what our options are for Popo props and Popo motors. And if you don't know, Get FPV is a sponsor for this build series, so shout out to them. If you have any needs for your FPV drone, be sure to check them out at www.getfpv.com. But more importantly, I f***ed it up. Why did I say more importantly? It's not more importantly. Before you go, don't forget, click on the description below so that you can get your vote in on which of these folding mechanisms you want us to go down the path. That's fucked up too. What the f am I trying to say? 9th time. This is the 9th time I'm shooting this outro. This is where I'm gonna cut it. It might feel a little weird, but this is where we're at. Folks, don't forget, click on that description, click on that link, get your vote in so we can figure out how we're gonna fold the arms. And on the next video, we'll start showing you exactly how we solve the folding mechanism. And we'll also talk a little bit more about the motor and the prop that we plan to use. Oh, that's it! I nailed it! All right, folks, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Get into a little bit of a deeper look, thought. Damn it, why did I try to use different words? Okay, here we go. Motor combo that we might think, damn it, I was almost there. I was almost freaking there, almost there.